namaste and welcome. Really nice to connect with you this morning. We're going to be together for about an hour. And for this practice today, please make sure you have a block, or it's optional, but it might be helpful, or maybe a big book or something you could use that's a bit solid. And today we're going to slowly prepare with this momentum that's going on after a long period of self-isolation, so to speak. We are slowly, very slowly and gradually and tentatively stepping into the rebirthing, if you will, or the re-emerging. And when that happened, I thought we could work with the quality of enthusiasm. And enthusiasm is like something, it has a quality that can uplift us and leads us towards like a greater, a more auspicious, like a more positive, if you will, future. And what I like about the word is that enthusiasm means actually has a root from theos, and theos is, like theology, it means God or something, the universe, something bigger. So being enthusiastic or having enthusiasm means actually being together with God or with the universe. So when we are feeling excited or feel a drive, we actually connect to something greater. So in our practice today, we're going to use our asana to really step into that quality we have in each of us to find dynamism and positivism. I tend to be in the past, I tended to be pretty triggered or pretty uncomfortable with when people say, what are you enthusiastic about? And I was like, well, I don't really feel it. But because of that, then I remember the root of the word. Then I say, oh, maybe if that's also the case for you and you're still a little bit of in a dark place, given the circumstances, just trust that being open to something bigger will bring enthusiasm when you're ready. So let's tap into that today in our practice. Take a moment to sit comfortably. If you need to adjust anything, and bring your palms in front of your heart. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep inhale and a slow exhale. Inhale to the bottom of your lungs, towards your lower belly, all the way up to your throat. And exhale softly, empty from your collarbones down to your lower belly. And just do that a few times. Just stepping into the full capacity of your lungs. See whether you can soften your shoulders, soften even the touch of your palms towards one another. And tune into your heart for a moment. Simply breathe with the intention of inhaling into your heart, into your chest. And exhale and let the chest soften and very softly expand. Inhale into your heart. Soft. Inhale, soft breathing. Exhale and expand and gently relax the edges. Right here, take a minute or so to tune into what's the state for you this morning. What's with you here on the mat as you step into this class? How is the words of enthusiasm, the concept, the quality, how does that resonate in you right now? And just make space for whatever resonates right now. Let's set the common intention to cultivate an uplifting energy, whether it's in the class or right after. So we can take that into the realms of new adventures and uplift each other. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Simply bow your head to your own heart and open your eyes Okay, let's start standing on the mat this morning. So you can remove your cushion and come up. I'm just going to stay here facing you. So find your feet hip distance here. Bend your knees a little bit. Just do anything you need to. Relax a little bit and shake. And then you can close your eyes. Bring your thighs back a little bit, your tailbone in. Elongate the crown of your head toward the ceiling. And turn your palms facing forward just for now. And breathe into your whole front body, the front of your lungs, and even like the front of your legs, the front of your arms, of your hands. And notice this quality of receptivity, of openness. So enthusiasm really requires an open attitude to an auspicious unknown. Exhale and simply soften your fingers. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, move your palms away from each other and simply bring arms alongside your sides. Inhale up. Exhale out to the sides. Do that a few times, like a very simple meditation, moving, connecting to your own breath and the air you breathe in and that you release your out breath into. Let that air be filled with auspiciousness, be filled with grace. You can take in very subtle and benevolent energy as you breathe. Inhale up. Okay, exhale next time, bend both knees and touch all the way to the ground. Feel free to grab your blocks. Bend your knees slightly, inhale, chest forward. Exhale and bow. Lift and spread your toes, hands onto your hips, elbows to the sky. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart again. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, bend both knees, touch the ground. Let yourself attune to your breath. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale and bow. And then engage your legs again. Inhale and reach all the way up. Hands to the sides, heart up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, hands up. Straight pose here, and with enthusiasm, try to reach a bit higher. Belly in, reach up. Exhale and bow all the way down. Inhale, your chest long. Exhale, your left foot back. Good. Left knee on the mat. Inhale, both hands up to the sky and reach up. Press into your toes. Inhale and exhale, stretch again. One more deep breath. Inhale up. Exhale, left hand forward, right hand back. Lean forward a little bit. Bring your left fingertips on the mat. Right hand to the sky and open and twist. And begin to notice your back body here and lean back slightly. So reconnecting to that. Really this idea of face. Exhale, arm alongside your ear. Just stretch like you want to grab something in front of you. And exhale, right hand to the mat. Bring your left knee up, come back to downward facing dog. Right here. Bend both knees. Good. Reconnect to the earth. Spread your longest fingers apart and press the top finger pads. Bend both knees, thighs back. And exhale. Inhale next time, plank. Exhale is down or up, chaturanga, and down to the mat. Inhale, cobra. And exhale to the ground. Tuck your toes under, come back, downward facing dog. And again, pause here. Soften the back of your heart, soften your skin, even close your eyes for a moment. And really, it's not about forcing anything, any mood or anything. It's simply attuning to the possibility that something like joy or enthusiasms might come up. It's actually our true nature. It's right there. Inhale, right foot up. Exhale, knee to chest and place your foot. Good. Look forward, inhale, and exhale, step forward. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale and bow. Lift and spread your toes, hands to your feet, to your hips, sorry. Shoulders back, inhale, come all the way up. Exhale to your heart. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, come all the way down. Long spine forward, inhale. Exhale, your right leg back. Right knee down. Inhale, both hands up. Anjaneyasana. Again, and pause here. Tuck your toes under. Reconnect to your physical body, like possibility to hug your muscle to the bones. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, right hand forward, left hand back. Lean forward, bring your right fingertips on the mat, left hand up, and pause here. So try to be soft, and rather than stretching up, try to allow your left shoulder to come back a little bit. Exhale, bring your arm alongside your ear, and imagine you want to grasp something in front of you. Deep inhale, and exhale to the mat, downward facing dog again. Inhale to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga, and down. Inhale, cobra, gentle, slow, and exhale to the mat. Tuck your toes, come back, downward facing dog position. And take 2 deep breaths here. Reconnect again to your breath, to this sweet quality of the air around you. Try to soften your neck and the space from your neck to your inner armpit. Next time you inhale, left foot up. Exhale, knee to chest, and place your foot right here. Look forward, inhale, and exhale, stop. Step forward, and bow. Inhale, long spine forward. Exhale, and soften. Hands to your hips, elbows to the ceiling. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, come all the way down. Good. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, step your left foot back and come into a high lunge. So come all the way up. Breathe here into your high lunge. Bend your front knee, left thigh up. Scissor your legs, belly in, and then stretch again, gently allowing for more space, for the potential for more joy and contentment. Good. Exhale, bring your hands to the sides and right in front of you, and place the left elbow on top of the right. Push your hands towards each other, and bring your arm bones back, hands a bit away from your face, head back. Pause right here. Inhale, and exhale. So imagine you can gently push the back of the head into a headrest, and in this way lengthen the top of the neck up, chin slightly in towards your throat, and breathe here in the back, body here around the neck. Okay, exhale. Release, hands to the sides. Bend your front knee, take a couple of steps forward, and then find warrior 3 right here, floating on your right leg. Left shoulder and right shoulder back, left inner thigh up. Inhale. Exhale, and place your left foot back, but not as far as before, maybe 30 centimeters, a bit before. So you find warrior 1. So it's a shorter stance. Left heel 45 degrees, arms to the sky. And exhale, hands behind you, interlaced around your lower back. Then head of the arm bones back, shoulders back, heart up. Okay, pause here. So it's a pretty intense shoulder stretch. So look straight forward, pull your belly in, your ribs in, and then let the middle of the chest reach up and forward a tiny bit. Hands back. Okay, stretch your front leg. Scissor your legs toward each other. Lean forward. Okay, now be aware of your right knee. Just micro bend a little bit, and exhale, bow over. Lift and spread your toes here. Reconnect to the 4 corners of your right foot. And then pull the right foot toward the left. Reach your chest forward and up a little bit. And exhale, bow over your leg more. Again, be aware of your right knee. Inhale, lift and stretch forward. Exhale, bow over your leg a little more. So it's gradually going into a twist. Inhale, 1 more. exhale, overhand. You can release your hands and find the ground or the blocks. Good. Look forward, bend your front knee. Come back to your dog pose. Open your feet a bit wider here in your down dog. The wider than your hips. Bend your knees and reach your thighs up and back. So keep the knees bent now. Look at your feet and keep your knees as wide as your ankles. Now move the inside of the thighs back like you roll them in and broaden them. Engage from your heart into the earth and reach higher, maybe connecting to a deeper possibility here for enthusiasm through your spine. Inhale to plank. Okay, thighs up, and with a smile, lower chaturanga pose. Inhale and exhale down. Point your toes back. Inhale, cobra, and exhale to the mat. Good. Take your toes under and come back up, either through all fours or through chaturanga plank, and back down dog. Good. Bring your feet closer to each other. Take one deep breath here. As you exhale, bend your knees, reach your thigh bones back and your sit bones up. One more breath. And at the end of your exhale, either walk or jump toward the top. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, bow. Hands to your hips, elbows to the side. Inhale, come all the way up, hands to the sky. And exhale, hands to your heart. Good, take your time. Close your eyes just for a moment. Soften your knees and just notice your inner state right now. What's with you emotionally or physically. Inhale, hands to the sky, open your eyes. Exhale and come all the way down. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, right foot way back and high lunge, hands to the sky. Pose here again. Bend your front knee, scissor your legs, right thigh up, tailbone in, and then reach to the floor from the pelvis and from the pelvis up through your fingers. Exhale, arms to the side, bring your right elbow on top of your left. Touch your hands if you can, just touch your shoulders, and then press your hands together, elbows up, hands a bit away from your face, head back. And breathe here, shoulders back, try to grow your arm bones back and then down a little bit, so you slide your shoulder blades back and down, and then head back like you had a headrest and could press it slightly against the headrest. Lengthen your neck. Inhale, open. Arms to the side, bend your front knee, begin to fly up into your warrior 3 right here. So right foot up, bend your left knee. Lower your right hip if it's going way up. Try to bring it more in level with the left. And pose here. Imagine you can fly above your worries here and all the samskara limitations of the mind. Exhale, right foot back, warrior 1, so shoulder stance. Hands up. Exhale, hands back behind you. Shoulder stretch. Take your time here. Notice anything shifting as you stretch the shoulders and open the chest a little bit here. Often you can kind of release some chemicals that's a bit simplified, happiness chemicals. But notice what that does for you. Belly in. Okay, stretch your front leg and bow over your leg. Scissor your legs toward each other. Micro bend your left knee to protect the knee joint. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale and bow over. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, bow over the left a little more. Inhale, scissor your legs. Exhale. Okay, feel free to release your arms. One more breath. Inhale, chest forward. And exhale, bow over. Bend your front knee. And come back, downward facing dog position. Again, bend both knees here. Breathe and just take One more slow, welcome to close your eyes. One more slow breath. Completely open to the space around you. And look up, bring your feet together, inhale. Exhale, walk or jump toward the top. And when you're at the top, find the feet on the ground and open your feet hip distance, a bit wider, and find a Malasana, heels toward each other, squat. Hands together, shoulders back. And pause here. You can press your left elbow into your left knee, left arm straight, right arm to the sky, and open. As you open to the left, just lift your neck a little bit, head back gently, and move your right and your left thigh back. Exhale, release. Okay, the other side. Press the arm, the right side this time, butt back, and open. So often the right hip here will come forward. So try to draw the inner right thigh back, and then stretch, head back. Just experience that reaching out, that possibility from your heart through your fingers and up through your spine. Exhale, back to center. Okay, you're going to stay here, or if you want a bit more challenge, place your hands in front of you. You're going to place your hands like you do chaturanga, so forearms parallel. Hands down on the mat. And just take a moment before you go anywhere to breathe, lengthen your spine, and study your hands for a moment, just so really the foundation here is so critical. Push the top of the finger pads down and then lift your hips up. And now we need a little bit of face again to the universal dimension of the yoga practice. Lean forward a little more and lift your hips up. Now re-engage into your face into yourself. Hug your hands toward each other. Just forward, and maybe lift one foot up. And maybe lift the two feet up together. Inhale. And exhale. Back onto your feet. Down onto your buttock behind you. Okay. Place your feet in front of you, hip distance about that. And then place your hands underneath your knees. Heels up, shoulders back. Arms to the side, Navasana, shoulders back. Okay, stretch your right leg forward. And bend. Left leg straight. And bend. Right leg straight. And left leg straight. Shoulders back, heart up. From your heart, reach down through your hips, up through your heels, through your fingers, shoulders back. Bend your knees. And come back to earth. Lean back, feet a bit closer to your hips, and maybe roll forward and find the earth again. So here, if you have your block, again, it's an option, but you can explore. We're going to work again with the arm balance. And I like here to step into the block. It just kind of gives more space in the upper body and more momentum to step into new adventures, into the arm balance. So press the arm and the knees together, reach your chest forward and just lean here. So really different bus stops here, different ways to work with the pose. So stay here, press the arm and the knee together to reconnect to your own strength. You don't have to work at all with the balance. And then maybe lift one foot up. That's another version. And maybe both feet up. That's another version. Okay, if your both feet are up, inhale, exhale, shoot back, chaturanga. Move your blocks and come back all the way to your belly. So let's meet all the way down onto your belly, wherever you are. Inhale, place your hands next to your chest, shoulders back, cobra, head back, and exhale down. Okay, let's do cobra once more. Spend a little bit of time. Shoulders back, then hug your hands toward each other and pull your shoulder blades toward one another and toward your back ribs, so at the bottom tip of the shoulder blades. And then from the pelvis, gently begin to lift, and from the pelvis, push through your heel, through your toes, and up through your spine. So you have this line of extension, back and forward and up. Inhale, exhale, twist toward the left. You can look over your left shoulder. Inhale up. Exhale toward the right shoulder. Inhale center. And exhale down. Good. Just pause here, soften the forehead onto the mat. Just let yourself be really soft and receptive. So this is what we really cultivate as yogis, is this capacity to engage, reconnect to our full strength, and then completely let go and allow our receptivity to kick in. Okay, let's switch again. Place your elbows underneath your shoulders when you're ready. Lift, tuck your toes, lift your belly and your hips up into this version of low plank. So knees can stay down. If you have the block, place the block between your thumb and your index finger like this. So you can push the fingers into the block, onto the mat, and keep your shoulders just above your elbows. Now knees move back. Again, melt the upper back. When you're ready, you stay here or lift the knees off the floor. Now in this low plank, try to go especially for hugging into the midline and then stretching from the midline out through your heels, out through your spine, so you get access to this rush of enthusiasm, of this like dynamic energy, stretching literally out from the inside. Inhale into your center and exhale from the center, reach out in all directions. Exhale. Okay, you come down when you need to, otherwise 2 more breaths. And 1 more. Stretch out in all directions. Knees down. Remove the block. Child's pose. Knees wide, big toes together. Keep the arms in front of you so your belly can rest in between your knees. Just soften your forehead again toward the ground and being open to the breath, simply like being breathed. Letting the breath move through you and touch you. Again, switching from strong to receptive, engaged to surrendered. And come up to downward facing dog when you're ready. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale and lift your left leg up toward the sky. Exhale, top of the right thigh moves back, and now bend your knee and open the left inner thigh up and back. Up on your left fingertip, so watch out here. You can see my knees going really high. Try to bring it down a bit more if that's also the case for you. And then move the inner left thigh back instead. So it's going to give you more space in the lower back. And the outer right hip moves back and down toward the outer right heel. Maybe left fingertips, maybe play and lift your left hand off the floor. Exhale, pigeon, left knee toward your left wrist. Left foot toward the top of your right wrist, or top of your right thigh. And find pigeon here. Okay, so spread your toes here and try to reach the outside of the little toe of the left foot into the mat so the heel will lift a little bit. Okay, and here, if you have the blocks, you can use them. Otherwise, on fingertips, push into your back foot, scissor your legs toward each other, and broaden your thighs. And now you lengthen your belly, your tailbone, and feel how that stretches the front of the right thigh a bit more. You can bring your right hand up and breathe here, or simply stay there where you are. Good. And now move your left hand forward on the block or on the hand. Reach your right hand back and lean forward so you can grab your foot with the hand. Now spread your toes, move your right elbow toward the sky and bring your heel to the outside of the butt. Scissor your legs toward each other and exhale. So as you pull your right knee forward, so it's going to intensify the stretch, and move your right groin back, left buttock, and tailbone under, maybe left hand up to the sky. Inhale, exhale, release and switch hands, left hand to your foot, right hand forward. Now scissor your knees toward each other, left shoulder back. Okay, and try to pay attention to what's going on in your right psoas, the front of your right thigh. Try to broaden your right thigh to the right a little bit, and then pull the knee forward. And that's going to stretch more of the muscles to the right side of the right thigh from the front. Left shoulder back, chest forward and up. From your pelvis again, reach down into the earth and up through your spine, just opening up to a lighter, uplifted energy. And release. Down dog pose. Good. Inhale, right foot up. Exhale, bend your knee, open to the side. Again, just notice what your pattern is. Right knee too high might compromise your lower back, so try to move the inner right thigh. Just find your own little edge to work with here. And then maybe up on the right fingertips. Maybe play right hand up, away from the floor. Exhale, pigeon, right knee forward. Left knee down. Good. When you find, say it also, make sure your hips are square so we're not leaning on one side. And hips are on the same level, and then hug your knees toward each other, walk your hands forward a little bit, and push the big toe mound on the left foot so you get a bigger stretch on the right front, the front of the left thigh, sorry. Stay here, our left hand goes up. Pull the belly in, reach up. Ribs in. And exhale. Good. Hands slowly forward, lean forward, reach your left hand back into your left foot. Maybe drag the heel a bit closer, and then pull the knees toward each other. Left knee forward. Right hand can stay here. Remember your block if you need to, no problem. Or if that's possible for you, right hand to the sky. Belly in and reach up. So go for length here. Enthusiasm is really like something we can transmit, a little bit like the virus, something we can transmit to others, whether we want it or not. Switch and stretch and stretch. Exhale, okay. Switch side, right hand, left foot. And then as you twist, try to reach the inner left knee toward the left a bit more. And then open and twist. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale here. Heel closer to your buttock. Belly in, chest forward. And release slowly. Okay, come back. Downward dog position. Inhale your left leg up. Bend your knee, open again to the side, up on your fingertips. So one dog, one leg dog. Maybe left hand up. Okay, stay here, that's your edge. Or left foot back behind you. Prep for wide thing. Roll to the outside of your right foot. Bend your left knee, right hand strong. And then reach down to your feet and up. So you grind left hand back. Plug your left arm bone back, right shoulder back. From your pelvis again, reach down through the earth, lengthen your tailbone through your heels. And with enthusiasm, really reach out. Fill up the space. Exhale when you're ready. Find downward facing dog pose, and just take 1 or 2 breaths here to really integrate what just happened. So the moment of integration after a big reach are really important. Right foot up, Bend your knee, open up to the side, up on your right fingertips and open. Open, maybe up with the right hand. And right foot down if that's your practice, and then press into the earth, reach up and back. Pull the belly in and then again reconnect. Pull from the earth into your pelvis and then reach into the earth again and extend up through your fingertips. Breathe into your middle. From the middle, reach out with your own touch of enthusiasm. And exhale back to downward facing dog pose. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower, chaturanga and down. Up on your fingertips, shoulders back, hands outside of your mat. Cobra on fingertips, shoulders back. Inhale, head up. Exhale and down. Okay, hands by your sides again, like you would do a cobra, but bring your left knee to the level of your left hip. Bend your left leg so left foot is pointing toward the left. And then roll onto your right hip a little bit so your right toes can turn same direction as your left toes, so all the toes turn here. Now shoulders back and lift into a cobra from here. Pull the belly in, lift up, look over your left shoulder, right shoulder moves back. Head up. Exhale and down. Okay, other side. That's called salamander pose. Right toes to the side, right knee to the level of your right hip. Roll onto the outside of your left leg. Inhale up. Left shoulder back. Stretch and look over. Now reach from your pelvis out through your heels. Whoa. And exhale down to the mat. Forehead on the ground. Pause here. Just be receptive for a moment. Just notice maybe the rush of energy coming up and whatever is alive in you. And then look forward like you would do a cobra, but bend both knees this time and grab your feet, so on the outside or the ankles, that's available. And then spread your toes and turn the toes 45 to the side. And if you do have your block, place your block in between your thighs. So you can hug the block in. So if you don't have a block, imagine you have a block, so it's hip distance between your knees. Thighs move up, hug into the block, and then lengthen your tailbone. Move from your pelvis back. Begin to press your feet into your hands. Now hug your shoulder blades and reach your heart forward. Inhale, exhale, reach your knees down to lift a bit higher. And exhale, release. Okay, just for a moment, stay flat on the mat. Just tune into one thing you long for sharing with the world. This is part of you that's been, preparing for that emergence. Right there, we're not sure exactly when it will happen, but what's about to emerge, and bring that into your next pose now. Just do the same pose again. Catch your feet, shoulders back, hug in. And from your pelvis, reach out through your knees, spread your toes, lift up. And then from your pelvis, reach down again, reach into the earth to rise a bit higher. Remember your gift here. Hug in into your midline, and from the midline, reach out, share your gift, shoulders back. And release when you're ready. Okay. If you had the block, you can remove it. Move your hips a little bit from side to side if you want to, simply to release a little bit any imbalance. And then come back to your down dog position when ready. Good. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, walk to your feet. Inhale all the way forward, exhale and bow. Okay, we're going to do one more leap of faith. Bend your knees. Again, if you had your block, you can grab it. If you don't have it, we'll work without. If you have it, bring yourself back up on the block. Okay, and now the leap of faith is here when we up, hugging into the midline, feet together, knees together. Place your, let's start with the right hand, behind you. Left hand goes up. And exhale, left elbow across your right knee, like you would do a lunge twist. Now press the arm and the knee together, reach your left hand down, and if that's too far down, just step down on the block and try without the block. Then right hand next, I like to walk my hands forward a little bit. Right hand next to the left, like you had chaturanga pose. So if that's too much already, just stay here and twist. On or out the block. It's great. Otherwise, lean forward a bit more. And now the leap of faith is, first, we need to lift the belly and the booty up. Shoulders back, heart forward. Lift one foot, maybe both feet, and maybe hips back. If you are there, stretch your legs toward the left. Exhale, come back to the starting block. Good. Inhale, left hand to the side, right hand up to the sky. And exhale, twist. Okay, stay here or find the hand on the mat. Next, other hand next to it. Shoulders back, hips up, one foot up, both feet up, shoulders back. Breathe here, maybe stretch, and back. And reach back down and come down onto your buttock on the mat toward the middle of the mat. Okay, stretch your legs let's stretch the right leg in front and bend the left knee, so left heel toward the inside of the thigh, and then turn your thigh in, the left and then the right. Good. Left hand up. Exhale and gently bring your hand outside of the shin here, just to twist. Inhale and exhale. So if you have to really round your back in order to approach your foot with your hand, just stay up here. It's completely great. Otherwise, you might come in. So wherever you are, try to breathe into your back body now. So kind of reaching back to this end. Theos, residing in Theos, in something bigger. As you stretch, try to stay connected and guide the breath towards your back. Spread your toes, spread the heel, and broaden the right thigh to the right. Inhale, lift up a little bit and bring your elbow inside. On the right side, inside of the right leg. You can place your thumb underneath and then left hand up. That's not happening. Try to bring a block here and push the elbow into the block. Left hand up. And arm alongside your ear. So that's one of my favorite stretches, really. Push into the earth from your pelvis and then stretch up through your left armpit to broaden the space in between your left side ribs here. Open to new opportunities, to new adventure. Try to simply close your eyes and allow that side of you, that adventurous side, to show up. Left hand and right hand up. Okay, just take a moment to come back. You can close your eyes. Okay, and we switch. Left leg straight, right knee bends. Adjust, so I turn my thighs in and back here just to get more space. Sit on a blanket if that's very hard for your lower back. And if your knee is way high, you can also place a block or something underneath the knee so you can press against it. Left hand to the side, right hand up. And exhale, reach up. So with enthusiasm, again, reach up and high, and then go out toward the outside of the leg, wherever you are. Left fingertips walk up also, so you stay long on the left side. Inhale, and exhale, twist here. Inhale. Exhale, broaden your left hip to the left. Inhale up. Exhale and bow. Inhale up. And exhale. You can even close your eyes just for a moment here and be receptive to your breath, and if the thoughts are really accelerating or still, that's what they do, but see whether you can stay in the spaces in between the thoughts. And place your left elbow inside, right hand on your hip, right hand up to the sky, right arm alongside your ear, turn your thumb up, and from your pelvis reach down, from your pelvis reach up through your fingertips. Twist left side of the chest toward the right. Inhale again, reach through your right sit bone, then reach all the way up through your right armpits, right fingertips. Inhale, come back up and back to center. And where you are now, you can stretch the right leg, spread the left leg to the side. Keep your hands behind you here. Push into your heels, lift your knees a little bit. Lift your buttock and just move it back a little bit. Turn your thighs in. Okay. Stack a blanket underneath you again. That's helpful. And then walk slowly. Your hands can stay behind you. If that's available without rounding the back, you can walk your hands forward. Now we can hang out here, or we can engage more. So let's try this. Pull your heels towards your pelvis, and then push from your pelvis out through your heels. Turn your toes in slightly, and then keep reaching out. And then make it give you some more access to new possibilities here. Inhale, pull in. Exhale, reach out. Inhale, you draw in towards your center, towards what's possible for you. And exhale, you reach out into a bigger power. Inhale. And slowly come back up. Take a moment just to cross your legs here and sit. Just take a few minutes before we go into Shavasana. So grab a blanket or something to sit on. Oops. And then close your eyes, lengthen your side ribs, head grows towards the ceiling. And take a moment here to notice your breathing. Especially notice the nostrils and how the air moves through your nostrils up into the middle of your head, into your throat, and exhale through your heart. So imagine you had this circle coming through. Inhale, nose, middle of the head, upper palate, throat, and out through the heart. Sweet way to connect to yourself, to connect to the air and the space element, to invite those elements in. To reconnect to them. Inhale through your nose, upper palate, throat, And exhale through the heart and forward through the sternum. You know, when your mind is chasing the thoughts or going with them, just call it back to that subtle circling where you're guiding your breath in this circle right now. Place your palms in front of your heart. With a very soft quality of enthusiasm, simply bow your head to your own heart and let's come down on our backs and take a rest. Take your blanket with you or whatever layers would feel good to you. Then lean back, shoulders back, palms facing up. Take a few deep breaths where, like you just did earlier, you invite air through the nose, throat, exhale through your heart. Slowly allow your body to wait even more. Just begin to feel the muscles releasing, relaxing in your arms, in your legs, in your throat, in your face, around your eyes. As you exhale, allow yourself to drop into the bigger space. Inhale, and as you exhale, you let yourself be held completely. Notice how every cell is relaxing, is receiving the invisible support. Keep your awareness into that sense of being held as you deepen your breath very softly. to begin to move gently, fingers and arms and toes and what you need to move. And you can roll onto your side and again very softly and quietly come back to a sitting. Posture and keep your eyes closed. You can bring one hand on your heart, the other hand on top of the first hand. Let yourself for a moment remember that sense of being held by something bigger, or the other within, as some traditions call it. And let that sense of universal connection give rise to a sense of ease, a sense of positivism, of more open attitude. It is not just up to us. We simply need to surrender, and paradoxically, enthusiasm, positivism might follow. You can open your eyes, bring your palms together, and take a moment to really express gratitude to your body, to your breath, to that possibility to be together. I'm so happy you took this class with me, and this class will be on replay for the next few days, few weeks, so feel free to share with your friends. And also feel free to, and maybe make sure you check our Tacos Yoga YouTube channel. It would be really lovely to share more of the classes. I have classes there, Anya has classes, Christine has classes, so check it out. And if you have any questions, reach out to me, to Anya, write in the comments below. I'm looking forward to connecting with you soon. Namaste.